Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany Jennings with the Seniors Blue Book, and today I am joined by Lisa of Hope Healthcare Services, the PACE program. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Brittany. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you this morning?
Very well, thank you.
Good. You look great. You're in your office, in your element, so that's exciting.
Yes, it is. It's great to be in an office.
You never thought you would say that, right? Like, I'm so happy to be
No.
in my office.
Yes, I'm happy to get in the car. I'm happy to get on the road, and I'm happy to be able to start seeing my peeps.
Absolutely. Well, we're really excited to have you because today we're going to learn about the services, the background, how people qualify for the PACE program. I do want to ask you so that people that are watching, I think, always want to know a little bit more personally about the person that I am, interviewing. So could you tell us a little bit about your background, Lisa?
Certainly. So I have been down here in Southwest Florida for about 30 years, and I have been working with the seniors since I moved here. Started out working in home health. I have worked, I did some recruiting, staffing. My position prior to coming back to Hope, I actually was working as the admissions director at one of our local skilled nursing facilities down in Lee County. And part of working for that facility or in that environment is really what drove me to want to come and work for PACE, because the goal of PACE is to help people who possibly could end up in assisted livings or long-term care but can live safely in the community. They join PACE and we will continue to help them age in their homes.
That's amazing. It's such a there's so many facets to this program, and I think first we should definitely learn a little bit of history about the PACE program. Could you share that with us?
Absolutely. So PACE has actually been around since the 70s, and it was started out in California by an Asian community who wanted to help their elderly loved ones age in place. So they started the conversation, so to speak, and now here we are in 2020, and starting in California, there are now approximately, I want to say about 125 PACE programs throughout the country, but they are not in every city and not in every state.
And with people that are listening, I think an important question is, what do people need to live in the county that the program is in, or how does that work?
So you do have to be a full-time resident in the county where any PACE program is offered, and under Hope, we actually provide PACE in Charlotte, Lee, and Collier counties. But you do have to be a full-time resident. So unfortunately, if you are a seasonal resident, we would not be able to provide PACE to you.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. And I mean, wow, I didn't realize until now and hearing the history how many areas you guys cover. That's amazing.
Yes, so we operate 5 PACE centers. We have approximately 450 people in this program.
Wow.
And, I've been with PACE for almost 8 years, and it's amazing at the growth I've seen. But most importantly, the smiling faces on the people that we serve.
I bet it's got to be just one of the most rewarding things and feelings that you've ever done and had.
Absolutely, absolutely. These folks they could be my parents. They could be your parents. I mean, these are our family members, and we all want the best for our family members.
Absolutely. What are some of the services that a PACE client would receive?
Okay, so through the Hope PACE program, in general, how it works is PACE actually becomes not just your provider, but we technically become your insurance, because the PACE programs are only funded by Medicare, which we know all of our folks 65 and over, most of them have Medicare. And then we need them to apply, or if they already have Medicaid. Those two sources are the only funding sources for PACE programs. However, if you're an individual that is 65 and for whatever reason you do not qualify for Medicaid and you want to join PACE, then you can pay the copay. And I don't know exactly what the dollar amount is. That's something that we normally have the director get involved with. But the folks that, if they want to make that monthly copay to the program, they can do that. So in essence, what PACE does is it provides all of their health care under one umbrella. So the best way for me to explain this is I'm going to tell you a story about the life of somebody that's in PACE. So we may have, Mary comes to PACE 2 days a week, because one of the things that's very important to understand about the PACE program is it's what we call center-based. So Mary attends the PACE center 2 days a week. So I'm going to just say Tuesdays and Thursdays as an example. So every Tuesday and Thursday morning, our PACE buses, because we provide transportation, will go out in the community and we're going to pick Mary up. When Mary gets on the bus, she's going to ride the bus with the same people. And when she comes in for her particular center days, she'll be with the same group of people. So this enables a lot of my non-drivers, shut-in type of people to get that socialization that we know everybody needs to keep themselves healthy. When Mary comes in the morning, she's offered a breakfast snack. We don't do a full breakfast, but we do provide a breakfast snack, coffee and tea. They do some activities with them in the morning. We do provide a hot lunch, but there's a couple of important things besides getting people out of the homes to socialize about the center. This is where their provider is. This is where their doctor is. So when Mary comes in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if she is due for anything that a primary care provider does annually, they will provide that when she comes in on her center days. So one of the things that I talk about a little bit is, let's pretend she's also got a caregiver, okay? And maybe that caregiver, it's, one elderly trying to take care of another elderly. It's a lot to manage. Sometimes it's cumbersome to get to those doctor's appointments. So the nice thing is when Mary's due for annual blood work and physicals, she will be seeing the provider on her scheduled center day while she's here. We also have a full-time physical therapist in all of our PACE centers. So they are there to help, obviously, with our fall risks, balance issues, anything along that line. And we have nurses in the center, and what they'll do is they technically have a caseload, but as our staff are walking through the centers when these folks are here, that's how we're keeping our eyes and ears on them. So Mary may come in every Tuesdays and Thursday, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she's going to see the provider. But all the staff that are here in the center are just eyeballing to see if we see any changes, because we don't see them every day. Family members see you every day. You don't notice subtle changes. The staff here, normally the bus drivers, because they pick them up. Bus drivers will pick up on something that might be going on. So if she came in on her center day and one of the drivers mentioned something and she's not feeling well, then yes, she's going to go over and see the provider while she's here for that center day. There is a dietitian that oversees the food. So we have some challenges with diets. We have done a very good job, I think, at meeting those challenges. So we haven't gotten a keto person yet, though. I'm waiting, though. I'm sure we'll get one of those one of these days.
That would be me if I could get myself back on keto.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm really kind of surprised, because when I started getting vegans, that was a little challenging because we just weren't used to it. But we can definitely meet the dietary needs, and also the dietitians can educate people, on their diets and how to keep their sugar down, especially the diabetic population. So we have that available. They also have access to a social worker here. So we do have a social worker that can help them with counseling, community resources. They do assist if we have to have somebody that ends up in the hospital go into a short-term placement. They may assist with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and then the certified nursing assistants are the ones who are on what I call the floor in the center with our folks throughout the day. So they also can assist any of our participants that need assistance with toileting, because we do have some people that are in wheelchairs, might have some paralysis going on and need help. So they are here through the day to assist them. Besides, what I forgot to mention, besides the physical therapists in the centers, we also have wellness trainers. So we have some people that maybe don't need, full-blown physical therapy, but you got to keep the body parts moving.
Right.
So we might have them work with Bree is our wellness trainer here in Port Charlotte. They might work with Bree when they come in. So bringing them in this center, not only does it give them the socialization, the staff are able to clinically eyeball them. They're able to exercise. They do crafts. Sometimes there's music. And then around 2:30, we'll start putting them on the buses and bringing them home. Okay. Now, the nice part for the caregiver is those center days don't change. If anything, they may increase because we're here to age them in place. So we'll keep increasing what we offer to help them do that. So Mary may come Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe we also have a home health aide going to help Mary with her showers. So the other services that are provided under the PACE program is we can provide in-home health aides. They will go in and do personal care. They can either take them or they can send that home health aide to go do errands and shopping for them, light housekeeping, and laundry. So we can provide that service. And again, if you're an elderly caregiver, that you know what, trying to shower your loved one if you're elderly yourself is it's a little dangerous sometimes. So the home health aides can provide that. We have an occupational therapist that their role is when and if do we need to provide medical equipment. So wheelchairs, walkers, shower, all those things, shower chairs. When and if they need it, PACE will bring that in the home, okay? We also are available by phone 24/7 because one of the things that we also want to do besides helping people age in their home and avoid placement is we want to help them avoid going to the hospital. So we kind of ask our folks, if it's not a true life or death situation, please call us first. And this is one of the things, Brittany, that I really like about PACE, especially when we're dealing with the influx of our snowbirds. Our providers don't take care of snowbirds. So if Mary comes to me Tuesday and Thursday, we just saw her Thursday, Friday morning, she calls us, or Thursday night. If she's ill, we'll go pick her up with our bus, bring her in the center, see the provider, and we actually have the capability with some of the common prescriptions people get to dispense that medication here in the center so she could get in and get out relatively quickly. And that definitely helps with the ER because, you know, a lot of people will wait. They won't call. They're going to wait.
Yes.
They're going to wait. So we definitely advise folks that if it's not life or death to call us first. We also do provide specialists, okay? The bottom line is anything our families want us to pay for and provide, because in the beginning I mentioned we are the insurance as well as their provider, is they call us. So if you want to go to a specialist, you call the center, anything you want us to provide, all the services we offer, you call and put the request in. Yes, we do have in-network specialists that a lot of people will ask me up front who they are. We make those specialty appointments and we can take them to those appointments as well. And they're not going to be asked for any copay.
Wow.
So in essence, we provide the care, we manage the care, and we pay for the care. This is a very personalized program because these people, we get to know them so well, we know their families so well, and the fact that they're getting a whole team to provide these services and support, I think is awesome, you know, and it really does help them all have a good quality of life. We're all about quality of life.
It's phenomenal. I mean, you guys are like the whole wheel. You're the center. The center is the center, and all
Correct.
these different spokes of every, you know, every. You guys have basically thought of everything when it comes to a senior and what they may need as they're aging, and to keep them as independent as long as possible. It's truly magical. I do want to ask a question because I'm sure there are some people that are watching and curious. How would somebody qualify? You know, what makes somebody qualify for your program?
Okay, so in order to qualify for PACE, you must be 55 or over. And again, as mentioned earlier, you have to be a full-time resident in Lee, Collier, and Charlotte County. And we look at people that have some medical conditions that down the road, they could possibly end up in long-term care. Or it could be somebody who's just getting up in age, you know, they're getting a little bit more frail. Maybe their memory's not as sharp as it used to be. It's getting very overwhelming to manage their health care, so they're ending up in the hospital. Or maybe there's somebody who's in a wheelchair who can't get out to get groceries, can't get to the doctor. The bottom line is anybody who's experienced any kind of difficulties managing their medical care, trying to do what I know we call them activities of daily living, and I know you guys use that phrase a lot, but challenges with doing things for yourself in the home, those are the types of people that normally will qualify for PACE. However, I will be honest with you, I have people in PACE that qualify who are still driving. So I don't want people to think that, well, I do have some issues with taking a shower safely. I've had a couple of falls, but I can still go out and drive. So we look at the whole picture. Normally the first step is they would reach out and we do a phone screen, so we kind of will go through a series of questions initially with that individual to see if we're hearing the indicators to qualify them. But the other thing I do have people do, and I just met with one of a referral 2 days ago. Sometimes people may not get what we call the level of care, because one of the things that some people don't realize is we actually have the Department of Elder Affairs go out. They have to certify anybody who wants to get in this program. We submit paperwork to them. So they have the final say. So I haven't, it's happened where somebody may not qualify because they're still very, very independent.
Sure.
But down the road, they might, and I tell everybody, if you start experiencing some changes and you reach back out to us, and I actually have someone that's done that, and just from visiting with her, I could see the changes that at this point we could probably get her in.
Absolutely. Well, I think no matter what, like you said, everybody's unique and they have different needs and they have a different journey. But if they just reach out to you initially and have that phone assessment, they can know whether they are somebody that would qualify for your program or not. And if they don't right now, like you said, they might as things change. And I just want to say thank you for sharing all your knowledge and information on your program, because I learned a lot today. I thought I knew, right? And then as I'm learning that you do all these different things that are so necessary as aging occurs. So I want to thank you for your time that you've spent with us today on Seniors Blue Book.
You are very welcome. And just an FYI, we're located at 3280 Tamiami Trail in the Promenade Shopping Center behind Winn-Dixie. And my phone number is 239-338-8523 if anybody has any questions.
Perfect.
Thanks, Brittany.
And I'll add all your information to the post so that people can come back and they'll watch this live, of course, but also people will go back and watch it and hopefully share it with a friend, a neighbor, family member, somebody that you can help. So again, thanks for your time today and
Thank you.
all the services you provide to seniors.
Thank you for being patient.
Oh gosh, patience is a virtue, they say.
Yeah, well, this was great. So thanks again. And, and if you know anybody in Charlotte County, give them my phone number. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Have a good day.
You too.